What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me here again. Today we got a new package from Declutrr. This is my second order from this site. I was really pleased with the first order that I got. If you're not familiar with this site, it is a used kind of resale site, kind of like Mercari and Alibri, if you know of that one. Even kind of like a Hamilton Books, I guess you could say, or eBay. But they only have DVDs and Blu-ray, so there's really no 4Ks to be had, but they have some really great deals. A lot of their movies are 2 for $6, 2 for $7, and 2 for $8. So everything you see in this package, nothing would be more than $4 each. And a lot of those $4 are TV show seasons, which I'm a big fan. Well, I'm not a big fan of a lot of TV shows, but the ones I like or I've been recommended, I'll definitely check out and add to the collection that I have some space. Of course, that won't be the case all the time. But anyway, let's get into it. I know I got a bunch of stuff, but I don't remember exactly what. Some of these movies I've seen and love, and other movies I've never seen. So I think there's some TV shows as well. But yeah, we're gonna check this out together here. It's funny. My first order, I got Mad Men season 1, and it was fully wrapped. But it was like a 12 or 13 movies, stack that I got, and only one of them was brand new. I do see 2 that are still sealed. So. Technically used, but still sealed. Those are always great sights to see. But let's pull out the first one, see what we got. And yes. So one thing about this site is I've noticed is you do get kind of damaged cases. So if that's a problem for you, I mean, it could be a problem. I mean, you could already see this is like kind of split in half. It's not a big deal for me. I have a bunch of extra Blu-ray cases that I can replace these with, so it's not a big deal to me. The big main thing is the actual disc work. So I'm going to close this up, but it's always fun when little blue plastic pieces are coming at you right when you open it. But yeah, The Descendants, George Clooney movie. Don't know much or anything about this. All I know, it was filmed on Kauai, and it got a... Well, someone says the best picture of the year, but I know for a fact it didn't win that. But just read it from the back. Bittersweet drama about a detached father's attempt to reconnect with his two daughters and their often hilarious quest for the truth. So, yeah, really got it because it is filmed in Kauai, and that's really it. I've heard it's okay and decent. I think this was like $3. So, yeah, the case is completely destroyed, but... like everything else, yeah, the disc looks fine, so all good there with that. So there's The Descendants. Gotta love broken Blu-ray cases. Yep, this is just a movie that I love, and I haven't seen it in forever, but that would be Old School with Will Ferrell, and of course Luke Wilson. This is the unrated and out of control edition, but yeah, just really adding comedies to my collection, because I don't have enough of the ones that I really like, so I'm really happy to have Old School into the collection. This is probably my favorite movie of all time, or one of the top movies of all time. I mean, I can't get enough of this, and I've been so mad at myself for not having this on Blu-ray. So Monty Python and the Holy Grail, I mean, if it's not my favorite movie of all time, it is my most watched and definitely like my top comedy of all time. Can't get enough of it. This movie is so quotable. I still say quotes from this movie to this day, and I've seen it so many times, like I'm sure a lot of you have, but we need this in 4K. We really do. I'm hoping we get one soon. So Monty Python, you can't go wrong with that. Alrighty. Next one we got here is a TV series. I have been collecting some Dexter seasons, so I did get the 4th season of Dexter here. Cases in pristine condition, and yeah, 3-disc set, so not too shabby there. Alrighty, next one. I know some people weren't a fan of this one. Ooh, DVD is flying out of the case. But the case is in, it's a little cracked. Got some stuff on it. But Super Troopers 2. I didn't love this movie when I saw it in theaters. But after watching it a couple times, I've really started to like it. I mean, if you're a fan of the first one, you'll probably be a fan of this. I think, obviously, the first one is better than this. But this definitely has some really funny moments if you like the Broken Lizard guys. But Super Troopers 2, happy to have in the collection. Another comedy added. Aha! So here you go. I picked up Dexter Season 3, and this is brand new, still sealed. So I paid $4 for this. So, I mean, if you're a fan of TV shows, I would highly, highly recommend Declutrr. They don't always have everything. Like, you just got to keep checking. Yeah, the shipping is free, and it's all one package, not by separate people. I mean, it is from separate people, but they have it all in their inventory and send it out at once, which I really like. So it was Dexter Season 3. Another comedy I didn't have in my collection, but I just need, because, again, this is another one we need in 4K, but good old classic Friday with Chris Tucker and Ice Cube. Love, love, love this movie. Love John Witherspoon as the dad. Just hilarious. Hey, if you don't know, he also does the voice of Granddad in the animated show that was on Adult Swim, The Boondocks. I'm also a huge fan of that, but Friday was definitely an all-time classic. You can see a theme here with all the comedies. This one is not a comedy, but this is a great movie. One of my favorite Leonardo DiCaprio movies, and one I feel is very underrated. People don't talk about it enough, and that is Blood Diamond. Look at that. 5 Academy Award nominations. I don't know if it won any, and if it did, it wasn't anything big. It was probably like sound or something, or mixing, but Blood Diamond is just an incredible, incredible movie. I just love it, love it, love it, and it's been a little bit since I've seen it, so I did used to own this on DVD, so to get it on Blu-ray, I'm happy, and this is, again, another one that we need in 4K, in my opinion. Go see it if you haven't seen it. It's a great movie. Another movie that's just absolutely fantastic. 10 award nominations, including Best Picture. Why is this not on 4K? It's because it's Miramax, probably. But that is another one of my favorites. Gangs of New York. Whew, what a brutal movie this is. Cameron Diaz, Daniel Day-Lewis. I believe this is Martin Scorsese, right? Yeah, I mean, this movie is just fantastic. Why don't we not have a 4K of this? Oh, man. Love, love, love this movie. Another one I would highly recommend if you haven't seen. And another one I feel is underrated and kind of, it just doesn't get said enough. But just a fantastic movie. All right, another TV show. I'm a big fan of this. This is the first season I've seen of this show on Declutrr. But all of these are really, really funny. And that is It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. This is season 5. Like I said, this was the only season they had available, so I did pick that up. This is the first time I've seen it on there. So, happy to have that. This show is hilarious. Alright, as I said, more Dexter. Got season 5 here. Just collecting them all. So, there's that. I watched this for the first time during Christmas this year. Trying to... I forget what it was. Oh, it was Tim's top 25 Christmas movies, and I just went all out trying to watch a bunch of different ones. I'm a huge fan of the original movie of this series. Wasn't a fan of the second one, but this one was actually a surprise, and that is a very Harold and Kumar Christmas. So yeah, like I was saying, the original is obviously the classic and the one that I think everyone loves. The second one in Guantanamo Bay, I wasn't really a fan of, so I wasn't expecting much out of this. But this one's really good too. It's not, like I said, not the OG good, but it's better than the second one, and I had a good time with this. So great, fun Christmas movie if you're into Harold and Kumar. Yep, I had to pick this up. I know a lot of people talk about this, especially when they bring up John Hughes movies and anything else. But this is surprisingly a movie I have never seen, and that is Emilio Estevez, Anthony Michael Hall, Molly Ringwald, The Breakfast Club. As soon as I saw this on Declutrr for $3, I immediately snatch this up. So probably another one that probably will get a 4K at some point, but I needed to check this one out, so happy to have that. All right, we're getting down to the last three here. Yep, and I did pick up the original of Super Troopers as well. Just the all-time classic that I love. Needed it in the collection, so happy to have this. Definitely go see this if you watch this if you get a chance. I don't know if it's streaming anywhere, but I love Super Troopers. So this was the other one that is fully still sealed. So this one I believe was $3 as well. And another John Hughes movie that I have surprisingly never seen, and it supposedly is an all-time classic. Matthew Broderick, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Very excited to check this out. I've seen the classic scenes and heard the classic lines that most people know, but I've never sat through from start to finish seeing this. So I'm excited to check this one out a lot. Yeah, and again, just as soon as I seen it on Declutrr, it was an automatic for me. So happy to have that. And the very last movie I got, they completely, that's funny. Give me 1 second to flip this around. They put the, there we go. Last movie I got is just another classic comedy for me, not for everyone. Will Ferrell, that's Anchorman, growing up in San Diego and just knowing all of the shooting spots where this, where this movie was filmed. It's just, I love it. I love Anchorman. This first one, wasn't really a fan of the second one. I did only see it once, so I can't speak to it too much. I do need to give it a rewatch, but Anchorman's a classic. I saw this in theaters, and again, yeah, I mean, it's filmed in my hometown, so you gotta support and represent. So Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy, just a dry, freaking ridiculous, over-the-top comedy with Will Ferrell, what you'd expect in the early 2000s. So that is all that I got. I say all, but it was a lot. I do have another order from Declutrr coming. I'm really starting to dig them, minus the case damage to some of them. But yeah, just to give you that money shot of the stuff I picked up. I want to say, like, this looks like a lot right here. Again, none of these was over $4, so I think the total for this, with shipping, was probably like 60, 70 bucks. But for how many, let me count this first. What do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 13 movies and 3 seasons, 2 of Dexter and 1 of It's Always Sunny for 60, 70 bucks. And some of them are still sealed. Obviously only 2 of them, but still. I love this. This is getting me into Blu-ray without having to pay full price. So definitely something to check out if you're into adding a lot to your collection for a little. I would highly recommend checking out Declutrr. If you can't figure out what I'm saying and how to spell Declutrr, I'll have the link in the description so you can easily click it up. But that's all, folks. Thanks for joining me, and we will see you all in the next one.